Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have 7 Sins Dragon with 1,204 rating versus YuGiOh with 1,081 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video. Also, the replays are messed up again and kind of shifted down, so it'll just be this one replay though, hopefully, but we can go ahead and hop right in. We're going to see Dragon win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then they're going to decide to go first, 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Flashing Fire, Tip, Merely, Jet, and Freezing. They have Econ, Blue, Starter, Sornier, and Carrot. So I can't tell exactly what build they're on. It kind of looks like they're just on pure though, playing like Bestials and like Econ. And then can't tell what they're on yet. The one Merely could just be like in their deck with the instant fusion. But it could also just mean they're playing tier cards. Hit Magma. And then activate Fountain, activate Flashing Fire to special summon. If they actually play tier cards, then their Bestials will get a lot more value. And then we're going to activate Fountain effect to put back 2 and draw 2. Doesn't use the fusion effect. Draw Keldo and Destruction. And then special summon Jet, activate Jet effect. And then Jet's going to go search, grab Smashers. And then normal summon Merely effect, mill 3. Hits a few Runick cards there, but that's it. Maybe we should have summoned Merely before fusing and getting Fountain. Maybe we could have got an extra draw through that. It's like almost guaranteed we hit like a Runick card. Then go into Sprint effect to go dump. So Sprint go dump Merely chainlink 1, Sarnier chainlink 2. So Sarnier is going to banish the Merely. We still have the 2s on board, so we're going to make Gigantic, and then Gigantic effect, so it attach and go summon, and then bring out Blue effect to go search. We've already gone through Jet, so they're going to go search Red, and then special summon Red, link off the Blue and Red, make Elf effect, summon back out the Red. Okay. And then set pass. So we could have summoned Elf over here just to protect more things. Because why not? And then they're going to activate Starter here during the draw phase. Starter go bring out Jet, lose 1,300. And then we're going to be activating the Jet effect. Alright, so Jet effect, chain freezing to try to negate. Chain Econ, that's a big Econ too. Target Elf. And then they're going to chain Smashers. So Smashers are going to banish Blue, banish Elf, banish Sornier. They're still going to search Smashers. And then, yeah, here on res, they're going to activate Fountain, go draw 3. So 1, 2, 3. See, what do we draw here? Draw Keldo, Shaylin, Merely. Then normal summon Carrot, special summon Blue effect, chain Red to try to negate and destroy, and then chain Smashers. Smash, you're gonna go ahead and hit Fountain, but oh my bad. You see the problem here though is they just pass and they lose. So I guess this could have all been predicted, right? All of this was pretty easy lines. I guess the only thing that they couldn't have expected is like freezing on Jet. So otherwise they could have activated Sornier before and Sornier summon itself and then do their plays. And they would have actually had the extra body here and they would have been able to do a lot. But pass, draw Solic. So that was a misplay on their part. I think that could have been played a little bit different probably. Keldo, discard, go summon, and then go search. But playing against this deck's also a little bit weird. And then activate Shaylin effect. And a lot of people don't have practice against a deck like this. And then mill 3. New chain link. Rhino effect. Kelbeck effect. And then, you know, you can't get punished. I mean, what are they going to do? Mill Angler. Bring out some Beavers. Holy, we just see a bunch of tech cards there. Well, like Cosmic, Econ, and like, you know, Prosperity. That's not a tech card. That's fairly standard. Discard. Bring out. And then new chain link. Merely, Rhino, Sornier. Sure. Banish the Merely. And then we're going to dump Havness off Rhino. Havness effect. Put back Havness, Merely. Summon Kikalos. Kikalos effect on summon. Go search merely. Overlay. Make redoer. And then link off into dark. Kikalos effect. Target itself. Tag out in the merely. And then activate the effects. I mean, we didn't have to do all that to start the mills, but I guess we wanted multiple free zones, because otherwise our only free zone was the extra monster zone. So we would have summoned Kit up here, and then Kit tag out in the merely, and the mill, and then the only place we can summon is up in the extra monster zone, which for summoning Garua doesn't really matter. I mean, to be honest here, they're very far ahead. But they're going to mill, and then activate Mudora effect, put back Smashers and the fusion, because they can't attack for game. But if they can just like Kaleido spin, that's enough. Effect to bring back out Jet. And then they can activate the effect to go search, go grab Smashers, activate Smashers, banish Kara, and then link into Elf, redoer effect, a little misclick. It's going to attach Shaylin, tag out, and then Shaylin effect, put back Shaylin, Rhino, Havness, Kaleido, spin back, and then we're going to Elf effect to bring out Red. And then set, they scoop, end phase redoer, come back, skip battle phase. Now, next game, we're going to see YuGiOh go first. We got Rhino, Tip, Havness, merely freezing. They have Jet, Beaver, Blue, Cosmic, Sornier. So we do have Havness as a hand trap. So they're going to go normal summon Beaver, Beaver effect. They do have Sornier to try to like counteract the hand trap. So summon mill 3, only mills merely, and as you see, it's actually going to be good for us here because we're getting free cards. We're going to be able to Sornier, banish, because like we can just bounce this back with Swap Frog anyways. So this is like a free interaction. Assuming that they do that, though. Assuming that they do that. A lot of people just link the stuff away, which I don't think is correct. But blue goes search red. But maybe, who knows? Maybe they got a crazy line that I've never even thought of before. Sprint effect, go dump. Dump angler, angler effect. I'm always down to learn. I'm always down to be wrong. As long as I learn from it, it's fine. Go for Soul Sweeper effect, attach, banish, overlay, make gigantic. Gigantic effect. Detach, go summon, bring out Swap Frog effect. Dump swap. Link off in the elf effect, summon back Swap Frog. And then they're gonna summon Jet. And then Jet effect to go search. So Jet's gonna go search Smashers. Swap Frog, bounce back Jet. Overlay, make Toad. Set, pass. Okay, so going over a few potential misplays here. I'd have to go through the entire turn again to see if there's actually like a lot of misplays or not. But a few little tweaks here and there with what could be done. Again, like I said, Swap Frog can bounce back Abystial, which gives you more interruptions. They decided to go for more follow-up, which I can respect. Also, at the same time, though, their Gigantic did not resolve correctly. They detached from itself. They should not have detached from Gigantic there if they were planning to leave that on board. They should have actually Gigantic detached from Soul Sweeper, so that way the Gigantic now would still have 2 materials. But I guess you could also say you don't want this to have 2 materials because it plays in the towns more. So, if that's what they were thinking, then fair enough. But most people don't know Gigantic can detach from other things. Like, huge interaction that just nobody ever does. Dark take Gigantic, you have an XYZ on board, Gigantic detach from your XYZ to do stuff. And like, it's not, it's not the most common play. It's not going to come up too often, but it is a play that you should know. Freezing on Elf during draw phase. That goes through, banish 3. It's like mind control there, Magma up, blue. Main phase, activate Tip. And then Tip, go grab Flashing, so they don't play the third swap. Go grab Flashing, banish 1, banish Harpies, Flashing Fire, target the Toad. Elf's negated, so they can do that. And they're going to Toad, negate it, set it. Toad effect, add back Beaver. No point of not Toad negating that and setting up. Just a free take. cutting them off from another Runick spell also. And then normal merely effect, mill 3, and then they just scoop. Nice. Going on to the next game, we're going to see the Dragon go first. Opening hands, we got Instant Fusion, Havness, Tip, Solic, Havness. They have Shifter, Carrot, Starter, Magma, Shifter. So they're going to activate Instant Fusion. Okay, Instant Fusion is then going to go bring out Kikalos, and then activate Kikalos effect. Okay, that goes through, and then go grab merely, kit effect, target itself, chain shifter. Okay, so if you change shifter in response to Kikalos effect, you do banish Kikalos. There's a good chance they only play one, so that could just be gone forever unless they ever like crime it back or anything. But that's a whole thing to get to. It's not easy. But you could also wait and change shifter in response to the effects, so then they have to banish 8. So instead of making them banish 8, we chose to banish Kikalos. Activate Tip, and then Tip goes special, which I'm not saying is bad. I mean, if you banish 8 random cards from your opponent's deck, it probably doesn't matter. Like, most decks can play Desires. Like, every tier deck could just throw Desires in there and activate it, resolve it, and even if it's bad, it probably just won't matter that much. Especially because we drew Solic, and that's really the only thing you can really hit that would be bad, I think. Except for Fountain, but that's from like the Runick part of the engine. Overlay into Gigantic effect, and then they're going to chain Magma. So banish Shifter, summon, then Gigantic, bring out red. Magma Mud effect, chain red to negate and destroy. And then normal Havness, sets Solic. You could say they should have activated Magma Mud before, and I think they should have too, because the only play you really get punished by that is if they have Havness, but you're under Shifters, so then Havness doesn't matter. So that was a little bit of a misplay. Astral Jet. And then we're going to go main phase, normal summon out Carrot, and then special Jet, activate Jet effect. And then also they got their Shifter out of graveyard, so they could actually Shifter them again, like next turn if they want to, or even drop Shifter. Yeah, like you just drop Shifter, so that way it's pretty good. Summon blue effect, grab red, because all we have is a Solic negate. Solic negate is not going to do very much, especially when they have Carrot, which can stop it. Gigantic chain, they're going to let it go through. Okay. Overlay makes Sky Cavalry, battle phase, beat over, and then attack with Gigantic, main phase 2. We're going to set starter, and then pass, draw blue. And then, they couldn't go down in Zeus because they were locked in the 2s. But we're going to see the Myth Defeat here. And they're going to reveal Shifter. Yeah, I guess Myth Defeat. We don't have another Aqua, so normal summon Havness doesn't do anything. Like, summon Havness, Solic negate, Sky Cavalry, and then don't do anything. They have starter, so you actually just can't do that. Yeah, you definitely just auto lose that game. But we're gonna go ahead and see Ilya end up winning. It was a little bit of a weird match. Yeah, the Runick, Tear, Spright, Ishizu, a lot of engine. Playing a few Sprites for sure. Probably maybe also a starter in the decks. Playing like a 5-card package. Maybe a little bit too big of a package. But then the thing is, like, the Sprites in this deck, I still think that Tears and Runicks do not actually work together as well as people think they do. Because, like, Tears Million Runick is really cool, but you still need Fountain. And you still need a Runick card to activate. And, like, yeah, you can, like cheat that out by getting, like, Curious to Nightmare Griffin, and that's cool, but it's not even worth going for. And then your extra deck is ridiculously tight if you try to even put that in. Even if you don't have that in, your extra deck's still tight. And then you have way too much engine. You're slacking on the going second cards. Runick cards aren't as good as they were before, especially because, like, the no battle phase thing is, like, I don't know. It's obviously like a big clause, and I was there before too. But then also the fact that, like, Ishizus can respond in response to Fountain. So, like, oh, I'm going to go draw 3, and it's like chain to shuffle 3, and you get no value. And then after that, your Runick engine is just not nearly as strong in the entire game. Garua draw is cool with them too. But seeing how long the match was, it was about 27 minutes long. And with all of that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.